Good afternoon. Today we are going to be working with something called Model Magic. Typically we would be working with clay, but this year it's just a little bit tricky to do the clay project. So instead we're working with Model Magic, which is very similar, except it doesn't have to be fired. So if we were working with clay, you would find that it's moist. You would find that you can sculpt it, which means you can change the shape of it and kind of shape it the way that you want to. And we would talk about what clay is made of. So again, what we're using today is not clay, but I do want to talk to you about clay because we will use it next year. So clay is found in the earth. Most oftentimes it is found if you dig really, really deep by a river. And then people that dig it out of the ground to take it a special place to get it cleaned out. But it's made mostly of dirt, of sand, and of water. And there are a lot of other things in it, but those are the three things that we really talk the most about. And like I said, clay is wet because there's water in it. And what we have to do is mold it or shape it the way that we want it kind of quickly. And then we just let it sit and it dries out. And once it dries out for at least a week, then I put it in something called a kiln, and that cooks it and it makes it hard, almost like glass. I won't do that process this year because with the Model Magic, it dries on its own. And when the Model Magic dries, it's not hard like glass, but you can't sculpt it or move it around anymore. So I will show you how to work with the Model Magic in just a minute, and we will make a pinch pot. All right, so you are going to have a small package that looks like this. I believe the package that we have at school has a little bit more of the Model Magic in it, but what you're going to do is open it, and you may need some help opening it, but you are going to find a little piece inside that looks like this, okay? Now, mine is pretty sticky, and it's very easy for me to form it into a ball. But what I want to let you do is add some color to it. So I'm going to show you how we can do that. We could do it with watercolor paint, but we can also do it with marker. So I'm going to show you how to do that with marker. So typically I would suggest that you use like the thick markers. I'm using the thin ones because it's all I have at home. But all I'm going to do is color on my Model Magic like this. And then I'm going to do something kind of like kneading, which would be smushing it around or just kind of smearing it around like this to get that marker or that ink to work into the Model Magic. And you just keep doing that until it starts to get to the color that you want. Okay, so say that this is kind of the color I want, just a very light pink. What I'm going to do then is roll it into a ball, and we're going to make something called a pinch pot. Once I get it into a ball, I'll poke my thumb in it like this, so there's a hole in it. I don't want to poke through the bottom though. And I'm going to pinch with these three fingers, and then I'm going to turn it. Pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn. And you keep doing that until you get it opened up to the size that you want, okay? And then when you're done, I'm going to suggest that you just let it sit and you don't mess with it anymore, because if you keep messing with it, it's going to start to dry up. What I will do though is come around And I will take either a pencil or a marker, and I will write your initials. So for me, it's MT. And then I would write your class. So if you're KH for Hooper, I would write KH. Okay, and then I'll take it so that I can set it somewhere safe to dry. Okay? And now it looks like that. So once this dries, you can take it home and you can have something like you can put pennies in it, or you can put, if you want to give it to somebody that can take their rings off and set their jewelry in it, you can do that. It's completely up to you. All right, if you have any questions, please let me know.